It's week 3, folks. And last week I told you to wake it up. And if you haven't woken up, or if you've already hit that college football, lull, right? Games on Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. Like, if you've already slowed your pace, I don't know what to tell you. You're not picking winners and you're not focused, okay? Well, focus up here because we're 83% of the year. 5 wins in week 1, 5 wins in week 2, out of 6, by the way. So we're hitting that 83%, 10 for 12 total on the season so far. These are my 6 plays that I like this week. Let's get into them. Michigan to cover the first quarter spread versus Central Michigan. It's 6.5. I like them to be up by at least 6.5, coming off a tough loss. But versus New Mexico, they were up 14 in that first quarter. Central Michigan, they rotate 3 quarterbacks, rotate offensive linemen. Their defense looks Give me Michigan to cover that spread coming out hot after that Oklahoma loss. Pittsburgh, money line over West Virginia. Good reference point. Both these teams have played a MAC team. One of them has lost to them. West Virginia, that is. Rich Rod and the Mountaineers lost to Ohio last week. So give me Pittsburgh money line over West Virginia. Going below that, we got a good game. LSU versus the Gators. Some say Florida's back and whatnot, but that conversation ended last week. Now they could turn it around. USF could be a real turning point for them, but it feels a lot like the Gators of 24. And have you heard of a guy named Jack Pryburn? Yeah, he played defensive end for the Gators last year, and he played pretty darn well. And his price went up, and so he asked for it. Florida said, nah, kick rocks. So he's kicking rocks down at LSU now. Give me LSU money line. Wouldn't be surprised if Pryburn has a sack as well. Vanderbilt plus 8.5, alternate spread. I think it's at 4. I just kicked it up to be safe. The odds were in the favor. Both these teams, Vanderbilt versus South Carolina, this matchup, both these teams have played Virginia Tech. South Carolina barely beat them, weaseled their way out with special teams and some defense. Vanderbilt lost the first half, but dominated. I think out-yarded them 300 yards in the second half. Give me Diego Pavia in that 5'11 magical frame to cover that spread. But, hey, you heard it here first. They might win that thing outright. Now, last 2 here, Utah to score 33 or more points versus Wyoming. Devin Dumpier, you ever heard of that guy? Yeah, him and Kyle Whittingham have got the Big 12 Utah Utes rolling. They're scoring a lot. That offense is fiery. Give me them to score 33 or more versus Wyoming. Last but not least, I like the Red Raiders of Texas Tech again this week. We had them on our ticket last week. We had them to score at least 48. They had 21 in the first quarter. You got to stick with your guns here. I'm going to roll again with the Red Raiders going against Oregon State. I like them to score 40 or more points. And as always, this is presented by FanDuel. Find us where you find your podcasts on Believe Sports Network. Me and the dog Milo in the 6-pack of picks